What's good? We back with the Boxing Clinic. Good morning. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. Back, early morning grind. Back with the Boxing Clinic. Y'all know what it is, man. We in the building. And giving the Boxing Clinic's top 5 bowl predictions for 2018. We gonna go live and do another Q&A, which I want to see in 2018. So be on the lookout for that. After football goes off tonight, NFL, it's the final game of the season. But my first bold prediction is that Erislandy Lara and Jamel Charlo is going to square off in 2018. I believe if Lara and Hurd do truly fight after Hurd call Lara out, I believe that Erislandy Lara right now is going to be victorious. It won't be easy. I think we're going to see a very offensive Erislandy Lara because of the pressure, size, and power that Jerry Swift Hurd brings. And it's the last time we've seen somebody bring some pressure like that on Lara. He gave him a hemoto after getting dropped twice versus Alfredo Angulo. And I think Jamel Charlo going to step up to the plate and show, Ronnie Shields and Erislandy Lara that he's no longer a little brother. And if people talking about, he trained with him for a long time, he's a different fighter right now. And it should be an exciting fight. So that's my first bold prediction. Segue into the second one. I think it's going to be a passing of a torch fight between Manny Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford. And I think it's going to be better than what people expect. I think Pacquiao will do his due diligence and study Crawford a lot more with Freddie Roach. I think he's going to put the politics to the side, even though he was promoted to like some colonel or general or something like that. Because, like I say, in war in the Philippines. And I think him and Bud Crawford is going to happen next year after Bud get done beating Jeff Horn. That may be on pay-per-view, and Pacquiao versus Crawford may be on pay-per-view, even though I think those are best on regular ESPN. But ESPN and Top Rank agreed to do 2 pay-per-view shows this year. I guess to see how it go and to save some money in the budget. So, I think this is going to be a passing of a torch fight, and I think Crawford's fan base is going to grow from this fight. He's going to become a little bit more popular. He still got some work to do versus the Keith and Earl Spence winner. Which we'll get into that in a minute, but I think this is definitely a fight that's going to happen. I think Pacquiao wants to continue to fight, and I think Bob is just going to force him into the fire, but I do think it's going to be a better fight than most people anticipate. That's just my opinion on that. Then going to the second one, my third one, Earl Spence versus Keith Thurman. I think it happens in the last quarter of the year. I think Keith Thurman might get out of the Sean Porter fight. Bob Arum says he wants to do a talent trade, and he wants Pacquiao to come back and fight a top fighter. That guy they want him to fight was Danny Garcia. Could be possible because if Pacquiao comes back in May, June-ish or somewhere like that, Garcia shouldn't have much trouble with Brandon Rios. But Earl and Keith, I think it's gonna happen in the last quarter. I think Keith may end up fighting Amir Khan, possibly Sean Porter, as we spoke of, if he don't fight Pacquiao. I'm just no insider on that. Just thinking, that only top welterweight that's available. But I think this fight happens this year, last quarter. I think Earl Spence gets a little easy touch in the middle of the year. So does Keith Thurman, and I think they meet up in the fall, beginning of the winter. Should be a fight that really tips the scales and really brings a lot of heat back to what the old glory days was in boxing. I think you got the classic boxer, puncher, and Thurman, and the pressure fighter, Earl Spence, should do big numbers. Look forward for that fight to happen. And I believe Andre Ward will come back in 2018. I think he will let things sort itself out. I think he got the itch to come back. Max Kellerman said he think he coming back. James Toney said they always come back. Rocky Marciano was coming back before he got into that crash. So they always come back, and I expect him to come back. He was in the ring sparring about a month ago. Probably still in the ring sparring. I think it's, I heard him talk about, the lights and, coming in doing the Orlando Salido fight, I think it was, where he got knocked out, making him, want to do it again. And I think the way he was talking, he still has a passion for the game, why not, come back and smash Kovalev's dreams one more time if Kovalev's still on top. But I think it's I think if you want to come back, as long as he don't disrespect the game, come back in shape, come back to old Andre S.O.G. Ward. A lot of people gonna hate that. Oh, Andre Ward needs to retire. I don't want to see him fight no more. At the end of the day, come back to dominate the European invasion that's going on in the 175 light heavyweight division. And if he stays retired, it's cool. Just a bold prediction, but I think he's coming back to finish what he started. With Kovalev, if Kovalev can be on top, which we're not 100% sure Kovalev is all the way back mentally and physically until you get a challenge. My last bold prediction is that, Al Haymon, PBC, Top Rank, Bob Arum will do a fight together with just not mid-grade talent, not mismatches, not John Molina versus Crawford or Felix Diaz versus Crawford. I'm talking about a marquee fight. I think Terrence Crawford is going to fight more than 2 times this year. And with Al Haymon controlling the board, I think he's going to fight at top welterweight. Maybe over at Top Rank. Some people say maybe Jesse Vargas if he have a good showing versus Keith Thurman. I think it's going to be in the status of a Sean Porter, a Danny Garcia, a Luis Collazo possibly if he can get back in the rankings. I think he's going to fight a top solid guy. I think they're going to do a nice little trade. I think Crawford is going to fight a PBC guy. Hopefully it's not like a Sammy Vasquez or somebody or Ray Robinson. Hopefully it's like a Sean or a Danny Garcia. I think those fights make sense, especially if Crawford gets a belt. I would love to see him and Danny. I think that's the fight that they might try to target, especially after Pacquiao Crawford win or possibly even Amir Khan. That's a fight that I think a lot of people would love to see. This is the top, bold predictions for your boy CJ Goodfellow. We gone.